Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Kui Jen, and welcome to Testube. Now, this is MediaCorp's TV laboratory where we concoct the freshest ideas for TV pilots, and from then on, you will decide whether you like them or not, and whether these TV pilots can become full-blown TV series. But not only that, please welcome our lovely studio audience. Good to have you guys back here. And you at home, don't forget to get involved as well. You can vote. All you've got to do is log on to cinmsn.com/Testube. Not only that, you can download the Me Club app. From there, you may stand a chance to win a trip for two to Rome, Italy. Now, how good is that? For tonight, something very different. A magazine talk show quite similar to what we have here in Testube. We've got a host, we've got studio audience, but we also have participants. So it also deals with a theme that we're all very familiar with. You all know about the 5 C's. This time, we're going to deal about your career. This is Carpe Diem, or Seize the Day. Take a look.
When I was younger, I thought I'll be married by 25 with 2 kids. I always think of just being a shopping addict.
Maybe at this point of time, I feel that I have a lot of uncertainty.
Of course, I want to be a CEO of some big company someday, being a Thai.
I still have somewhere else that I can go, but yet at the same time, I want to stay.
I really hope that I have someone to tell me what I should be.
I feel like I have 2 places. There might be a better world, a bigger world out there.
Better and bigger world. Don't we all feel that way when you're young and the world's at your feet? Well, welcome to a brand new show. This is called Carpe Diem, Seize the Day While You May. Now, I also like to welcome our studio audience. Thank you very much for being here. And also, this show will try to help you find the perfect job that matches your skills and your personality, and hopefully turn that into a career as well. Now, let's begin the show. We start off with a little game of what we call Guess What I Do. You at home, you can do the same as well. You can just log on to your Me Club app and you can earn points as well, all right? So make sure you select that app and select your passcodes. Please welcome our first participant. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Juliet. Juliet, welcome to Carpe Diem. Now, can you share with our studio audience and everyone watching at home, what do you do for a living?
Hi everyone, my name is Juliet and I'm 23 this year. I work indoors and I don't need any special tools or equipment. My working hours are quite flexible and it deals with youngsters.
All right, so I can see our studio audience now trying to figure out what you actually do for a living. Now let's welcome our second participant. Please welcome Zach. All right, welcome Zach. All right, share with everyone what you do for a living.
Hi everybody, I'm Zach. I'm 26 this year. My job takes me outdoors most of the time. I deal with a lot of young people. I wear a uniform, and my job keeps me physically active.
All right, I can see everyone trying to figure that out as well. But last but not least, please welcome our final participant on Carpe Diem. Please welcome Dian. Welcome, Dian. And can you share with everyone as well what you do for a living?
I work with indoors. I have a dress code. I stand every day. I meet everybody from different walks of life every day. So you have to be all happy and smiley and yes.
So 3 very different type of description in terms of your occupation as well. So our studio audience is trying to figure out what they are. So we're going to get on it here in Carpe Diem. All right? No time like the present. We're going to start with Juliet as well. She's given you a clue of what she does for a living. Any guesses very quickly? All right, here we go.
Dancer. Teacher.
A teacher. Now, why did you say a teacher?
It's indoor with young people.
Indoor and with young people. A teacher can educate older people as well.
Yeah, maybe secondary school teacher.
A blog shop.
A blog shop. A blog shop. A blogger. So
Yep.
blogger, blog shop. Will get you to reveal now what you actually do for a living.
I'm actually a dancer.
You're a dancer. Well done. Give yourself a big round of applause. Well done, a dancer. Okay, so well done. We got one. What does Zach do for a living?
A policeman.
A policeman, okay.
SAF officer.
SCF officer, a policeman, kind of similar. Anybody else who wants to guess what Zach does?
A PE teacher.
A PE teacher. Policeman, PE teacher, SCF officer. Let's see what else we can get. Anybody wants to give their thoughts and a guess on what Zach does for a living?
Social worker.
Social worker. I think Zach will reveal. Go on, mate.
All right. I'm working as the outdoor instructor, adventure and leadership programs. That's what I do. Yep.
Okay, all right. Okay, last but not least, who wants to start with Dian?
You are a receptionist.
You know, she's not going to give you the answer now. So that's one guess, receptionist. Nice try there. All right.
Air stewardess.
Air stewardess. Okay, good point. Meet a lot of people.
Sales assistant.
Okay, all right. So obviously, it's a point in terms of point of reference.
I'm guessing a nurse in a children's hospital.
A nurse in a children's
hospital.
pediatrics. So very
Something-
specific, not just a nurse in pediatrics.
Because of the dress code.
Okay, so we got nurse, air stewardess. We'll see. Let Dian decide and tell us what you actually do for a living.
Okay, I work for a company, restaurant. I'm the GRA, so guests will come up to us first before we sit them for dinner or drinks or lunch.
Okay, fantastic. Well done. Give us a round of applause. And now 3 participants as well. Now let's take a look if their skills and personality fit their current jobs. Let's take a look at this.
I feel that my life right now is walking on a rope. Because I have lots of activities to handle and studies as well. I'm not quite sure about my future, but I think it will be quite dangerous because I don't know what obstacles I will be facing.
Maybe at this point of time, I feel that I have a lot of uncertainty. I don't exactly know where to go, even though I feel like I want to stay where I am, like my current job. But I feel that there's still many choices that I have. Actually, at this point of time, everything is pretty busy. It's pretty challenging. I would say this. Sometimes I just like shut my ears, want to just space out and just get off.
When I was younger, I thought I'll be married by 25 with 2 kids, but no. Career-wise, when I was younger, I thought flying for a living would be good. But, I mean, of some circumstances, you're not there.
I think of it as a very wonderful one. I'll be like very versatile in whatever dance that I'll be doing, but it doesn't seem that way right now. When I was 18, I just graduated from poly. Through that time, I realized that job is really not an easy one to find. When I'm 22, I feel that life is tiring and exhausting. Basically like a cycle: sleep, wake up, go school, dance. I have always been changing my career like after 1 year or 1.5. I wasn't really very sure throughout my whole life what I want to be. I don't really know what career that will really fit my personality.
I work in a factory, barista, credit officer, frozen food company. Maybe in the future, maybe I can be maybe a policeman. During poly days, I was sort of thinking maybe in the future I'll just be a businessman. Yeah, army days. The 3 months actually helped me to think a bit. Unfortunately, because of my poly grades, I didn't do really well. So I couldn't get into a local university. So I don't really know where to go or what to do next. So I thought like to be a pastry chef. A few months ago, I enrolled myself into a Masters of Education. I'm very, very open to trying new things.
We put our 3 participants through different psychological tests to help get a better sense of what they are like and what jobs they could go into.
Success means to me by having a wonderful family. I feel that even if you have cash or lots of money or a very luxurious kind of house, you won't feel happy as compared to having a family.
What does success mean to you? Honestly, definitely not money. That's the reason why I'm doing my job right now. And I guess being happy, really happy, being able to smile every day, that's success. That's living a life. Yeah, correct. Being happy, smiling.
Like all our three participants are maybe undergoing a tough time at the moment. It's not easy to find out what is your career path, what is the perfect job. But we are trying very best to help them, and we are doing it right now. Here's an expert opinion on whether they're doing the right job.
Diane, Juliet, and Zach were given a one-to-one session with a leadership consultant from Aon Hewitt.
It's very interesting. They will tell you what you have to achieve or who you really are, because sometimes you yourself wouldn't know.
She has this presence about her, and so she'll be very good at talking to people and connecting with them. Also, she likes big picture thinking, so she's very motivated by new ideas. Because of that, she'll also be very adaptable to new things and changes, and she will thrive in that kind of environment.
I find it quite trustworthy. They are quite true in a sense. They really can tell my character and personality. And they give me great advice about what job I should go for.
Juliet is a very caring person. She's also very conscientious, works hard, is a very responsible worker. She's also very sensitive to others' needs. The environment that probably fits best for Juliet is an environment that has clear order and structure.
The consultation was good. This test helps me to actually reinforce my knowledge of myself and how I know myself to be.
Zach has a very strong sense of purpose. He's very driven, very ambitious. He's also quite well planned. So any role that's given to him, he'll be able to succeed quite well. He would thrive in a position that allows him to manage performance of others and monitor results in a more leadership position. So having a very clear career path within an organization would be important for him.
Now, very interesting what an expert thought about our three participants over here. In fact, that's the first time they're hearing what she's got to say about their skills and personality. Zach, how do you feel right now after hearing that, saying that, you know, you've got all it takes, you've got the right sets of skills?
It tells me that I can go further in this and to continue to pursue this job, not only as a job, but also a career in long term in this education industry.
Dian, how do you feel about that?
I like talking to people and seeing people, communication, and also it didn't surprise me much.
And last but not least, Juliet?
I cannot deny that I'm responsible. I will make sure whatever I do, I will get it on time.
So it's all about finding the right fit as well. Maybe sometimes a change can be good. But we took our three participants out of their comfort zones to try something different. Let's take a look.
To give our participants a taste of what they might want to try as a possible career, we linked them up with the potential areas. For Zach, our consultant felt that he would do very well in the financial or legal profession. So, we found him a legal firm in Shenton Way.
It's just feeling excited. I think it'll be a very great experience for me.
For Juliet, our expert felt that she could go into teaching or nursing.
I didn't know that I'm a nurse criteria, so it's kind of unexpected.
For Diane, our expert felt that she could do very well in PR or advertising.
It's going to be interesting to learn someone's job, studies, somebody doing something else which fits my personality.
I spend most of the time talking, consulting people in the sense of asking for their experience. I'm very glad that I'm able to experience this. I'm constantly open to more new things. To a certain extent, personally, I think I'm a knowledge-craving person. I like to crave for new knowledge, new things in life. So nothing that's new will stop me. In a sense, stop me from pursuing or to go with itself.
Being a nurse, you have to be very committed and you have to really put all your heart out for this career itself because it's a lifelong career. I just feel that I'm exposed to something that I never ever thought of. Even having to have a hands-on experience is quite an amazing experience for me.
It's interesting, but I guess office is not my kind of job. I'm more of a hands-on person. Everyone has different opinions and perspective on different jobs, and I'm positive enough to say I don't hate advertising. It is a door for someone, maybe for me someday, but probably not now yet.
Now, well done to all our three participants. Some mixed reactions over there. We're going to start off with Dian. Going to advertising and public relations, what was it like spending a day there? And do you think this fits you?
Well, from a day of experience, I come up with negative thoughts about the roles. Like, it's very desk-bound, it's very dry, it's boring for a day. But I feel if you have it as a career, as a long-term thing, it will be much more interesting where you KIV with clients and projects. But for a day, I feel that I was given a negative thought about the whole idea. And I would rather not be in an office. I would rather meet people and, see around rather than be stuck in one spot.
I was just going to say that you're going to miss the frontline interaction, isn't it?
Yes.
Rather than just doing on emails and phone calls and maybe some meetings. Okay, so that was Dian. Not too much of a shock, but what about Juliet? From a dancer to a nurse.
The person asked me to bun out my hair, so I keep questioning like, what kind of job need to bun out my hair? As in, it's quite ridiculous for me to bun out my hair early in the morning. So when I reached that location itself, I got a major shock of my life.
And Zach, working in that law firm, you seem to really enjoy it.
I learned a lot how law firm works, how lawyer actually works. I mean, based on my personality, it can be something really interesting because I get to learn something every day. But it's very, very decimal to some extent. I mean, I need to do a lot of research. I need to do a lot of thinking and how am I going to go through the cases and stuff. And one thing that kills me the most is reading. So yeah, that's the thing that will probably stop me from that job.
Right, thank you very much, the participants. So it's very important to find the right fit for your job, perhaps turn that into a career. Now, before we say goodbye, we just want to share a short story about William Low, a former lawyer who simply seized the day.
There were two things I wanted to be from young. I wanted to be a lawyer, and I also wanted to be Spider-Man. And because I couldn't find a radioactive spider to bite me, being a lawyer was the next easiest thing to do. Yeah. I really enjoyed being a lawyer. Contrary to popular belief, everyone thought that I hated being a lawyer. That's why I switched jobs. It started when I was still a student in England because the food in the hostels was so bad. And I'm such a fussy eater, I started cooking for myself. I remember cooking a giant prawn cooked in butter and parsley and lemon. And after cooking and I was thinking, I could sell this. After 2 years, I thought, I owe it to myself to try this, do it once, give myself a year. And I just woke up one morning and said, this is as good a day as any. And and I resigned. Just like that, It was, literally from the bottom up. It was, I was mentally prepared for it because I kept telling myself, I'm going into an industry where I know next to zero, except for the passion to cook and eat. I've got to be humble, I've got to learn from the bottom and everything. I didn't open a restaurant till I was 33, you know, so I think it's fine to not really know what you're doing, but be open and pursue what you like, you know. If you don't take the first step, you'll never know. If I'd never taken the first step, I would never have the Prime Minister of Singapore eating at my restaurant, or Michelin star restaurants eating at my restaurant, or me cooking in Tokyo or in New York. You know, I would still be in a cubicle somewhere working and thinking, it'd be nice if I could be a chef one day. So if you never take the first step, you never know.
So basically, carpe diem.
Yes, exactly. Seize the day. Yeah.
Inspiring, carpe diem indeed. I'd like to thank our participants for being here in the studio. Give them a round of applause. Juliet, Zach, and Deanne, thank you very much to our studio audience. Thank you for watching. Indeed, it's been fantastic. Good night and carpe diem. Was it useful for the participants, and also did the studio audience like it? We'll get the answers after we take a break right here on Testube. And welcome back to Testube. And on today's show, we tested out a brand new magazine talk show format called Carpe Diem, all about your career. Now, is this helpful or not? Most importantly, what our student audience think about it. It's time for you to vote. All right, show me whether you like Carpe Diem, or you're not quite sure, or you absolutely dislike it. Here we go. All right, so far it's pretty unanimous, like most of the shows that we've tested here on Testube. Majority has gone to liking the show. I can only see 3 that are sitting on the fence. So thank you very much. Well done. So obviously this resonated with our studio audience over here. Whenever we talk about careers, it's something that's very important and everyone's nervous about it. We're going to start first. Shui, what do you think about the show?
I think it's a great opportunity for the audience to see what jobs are there, because there are participants and they actually introduce their job. Then the audience guess what they work as. So yeah, it's a...
So you like that element of it?
Yes.
Ali, what about you?
For me, I was actually sitting on the fence. It's a good idea that everyone gets a taste of the working world. Everyone has an idea but not sure where to sit on. So this show actually brings people to where they're comfortable with. But the thing I'm not sure is someone else is still in charge of what position that you're actually going for. So you may tell the counsellor that your preferences, but whatever you're going for, the counsellor still has a small amount of deal of what you're going to do later on.
I liked it because being a student myself, I do realize that some of the dilemmas that most students have is they don't know what they want to do in their future. And some of them, they actually take courses that they think is the most basic, covers the most aspect because they still haven't decided what they want to do in the future. Yeah. So I feel in terms of what Ali mentioned, actually I think what was more important was the fact that they were allowed to undergo some personality tests. So although later on they did get to try a job, but at least they know what's their character already. So even if they didn't like the job that they tried for, they know what's their character and what other fields they can look for that will cater to their character.
Now, after watching this, and obviously as a student, I'm going to embark on a career, would you like to participate in a show like this? Do you think it will be helpful for you in your search?
For me, it will not be because I already know what I want to do. Okay. But it would be nice to actually get a nice certified, from the counsellor saying, oh, these are your characters and you want to do this job. So yes, your character and your job actually matches. So that will give me more confidence in what I want to do in my future.
So Nadira is in the minority. She knows what she wants to do already after graduation, unlike most of us. But Tiffany, your sentiments about the show, were you...
Yeah, I'm on the fence.
On the fence. Why was that?
It's really carpe diem. We have all similar feelings, situations of all this. It's like quarter life crisis, or we don't know what we want to do in future. However, it's the entertainment value that I'm worried about, whether people will really watch it. I found it quite a bit draggy and boring after a while. But it's the last part where I see, a lawyer become a chef. That's the really interesting part that caught my attention and got me back to watching it.
Also about the entertainment value, that part I agree with Tiffany that we should be worried about because it's very, it's like a very educational and very informative kind of show. For my case, I would like to participate, but I might not sit down and watch it.
Interesting. Yeah. May,
Okay, I like it because it serves as a platform for us to actually know more about the jobs out there, not only focus on the narrow ones that we actually wanted in the first place.
Overall, I kind of like this show, and I think it's quite useful for teens who graduate from school and not know where they want to go. I would actually sit and watch this show.
I think it's helpful in certain ways to a certain extent, and the part where the counselor or the expert analyze whether the three participants were suitable for the current job and what jobs they suit, right? I think that's the best part of the show.
Sandra, thanks for that. It's an excellent point from our studio audience. It's time for us to take a break here on Testube. When we come back, we'll find out from the producers on why they decided to think of a talk show like this in the first place. More from Testube after this. Hello there and welcome back to Testube. Today, we're testing a brand new magazine talk show format. It's called Carpe Diem. It's about your career. And so far, it's a recap in terms of how our studio audience have voted. In yellow means a plus, a yes, a like. So far, majority of them liked it. A red means they dislike it. So put two of that together, which means they were sitting on the fence, which means nobody in the studio audience disliked the show at all. We're going to continue the discussion with the producer. We've got Shelly Tan over here from CPI. Give her a round of applause. Now, Shelly, to get you started, just to try to answer Tiffany's earlier question before the break was that she liked the show, but she felt that it was lacking in entertainment or entertaining value. Do you have something up your sleeve in reply to that?
Yes, actually for that, we actually not just want to create entertainment value, we want to create value for the viewers. So we actually produce a companion application where we want to give viewers who are looking for a job to toggle now immediately to your smartphone to see what are the available jobs for them. And these, in this application, you'll see little short video clips of potential employers looking for people who they want to hire. And if you are looking for a job, you must toggle now immediately while you're watching this program to see what are the available jobs. And we have created an example just for you here. So let's take a look.
Hi, my name is Kente. I'm the digital editor at Channel News Asia, and we're looking for a bunch of enthusiastic, digitally savvy producers for our digital desk. Now here, what we do is that we manage the online properties at Channel News Asia. That includes our Twitter feeds, that includes Facebook pages, and all the new fangled stuff that you find in the digital world. Now, why we're doing this is because, you know, a lot of people still watch TV, but they also want to consume and get the news on digital platforms. So that's why we're going, full steam ahead on those things. We're trying to find new ways to engage younger audiences, to kind of get them interested in what we do, get them interested in the news, and of course, get them talking as well. So some of the things we do is to basically go out there, get the feedback that we have online and bring it into our programs online, on TV, and basically all the sources that we have. So who we're looking for actually is digital producers, people who are really savvy online, who are conversant with the latest technologies, with what's going on in cyberspace, and who also have a passion for news. Now these people should be dedicated, should be very interested in what they do, and have some kind of news sense as well, and that would mean sort of at least 1 to 2 years of journalism related experience at the very least. Of course, we're also looking for more senior people who have more journalism experience and who are also interested in going on air. So this is the kind of people we're looking for, and if you're interested, I'll really encourage you to write to this email address below.
All right, certainly very interesting there. It ups the entertainment value, or, like Shelley says, ups the value of the show as well. Now, anybody has any thoughts about that? I'm going to go over to Amos. Amos, what do you think about that app? While watching Carpe Diem, while watching the show, do you think you would go into Toggle and go into this app to just look for jobs like that and to find out from feedback?
I mean, I think the app is good. I think one thing that the app can show is actually a visual reference of what the job entails. Instead of just talking it out, maybe they can show an example of what is needed.
Actually, it's quite good because you get to hear what the employer needs to know about you. So you can think and see if you do have the requirements needed. Then you, rather than just reading, sometimes reading, you might not really understand what they want exactly. But if it's a video, right, you hear from the person, that will understand better. Yeah.
It will be better than providing just images, where we can listen to the person that speaks to us, like an audience speaking kind of thing. It will be more communicating as well.
What do you think about this app while watching Carpe Diem? Do you think it adds to the value of it?
Yeah, I think it adds the value to it because normally when you see all the advertisement on the job application, right, you only see those requirements. You don't really know what the employer wants from you. Besides from while using the app, you can also know your employer better.
This is an additional add-on benefit for all the audience, so it's definitely beneficial. It's just, to me, when I look for jobs, I still look for the requirements because I have to type resumes, CVs, and the requirements, you can actually feed it accordingly rather than typing it out according to what they said.
Yeah, perhaps we can make it more active. Like maybe would it be possible, like for the audiences to, instead of just watching the video, then if they still have questions, they do not know where they can turn to actually ask like the whatever doubts they have. So would it be possible maybe for like the audience to actually call up like a line there where they can ask more questions regarding maybe the job scope that they saw on the app?
Okay, Kim. While watching Carpe Diem, would you log on to Toggle? Would you go into this app? Would you multitask while watching?
I would be very engrossed in the program, so I would only use the Toggle app when I'm watching the commercials.
Oh, that's good. That's good also. Anybody else? I mean, would you multitask while watching Carpe Diem, Weisha?
If I'm a really active job seeker, I would I would engross in just using the app itself, because I think if you are an active job seeker, you multitask, it actually don't make you concentrate that much because this is a video anyway. So I think putting full concentration if you are really looking for a job is better. Yeah.
Okay, so it could be a distraction rather than an attraction.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. But we're going to come back to Shelley over here. And we're going to go back from the very beginning in terms of why did you decide to come up with a program, this talk show magazine format, with a theme like career?
During the pitching session for the Content Innovation Fund, we actually got members of the public coming forward to pitch whatever content ideas they want to see on TV. So we had different groups of people coming up with ideas. One was what kind of show they can tell them that is a good career for them. And we've got people coming up with ideas on people following their dream jobs, and also an idea of whether or not do I have the right skills for this job. So the team decided to come together and put all these ideas into this particular format that you see in Carpe Diem, and that we also have the contestants go for a professional consultation to see whether or not whatever the job that they are doing is really the right fit for them, or whether or not they actually have talents that they don't know that they have, and that they can even be in a better job that they are in. So that's what this format is all about.
Shelley, thank you so much for giving us the insights of Carpe Diem. And you at home, thank you so much for watching. But don't forget, you can get involved as well. You can just log on to cinmsn.com/Testube. And not only that, you can download the Me Club app. And from there, you may stand a chance to win for yourself a trip for two to Rome, Italy. I'd like to say a big thank you to our studio audience. A last round of applause for all of you. And thank you all for watching. My name is Kui Jen. Take care and good night.